I was picking up trash yesterday, and I found my way walking down to the spot by the river where I know there's a ton of trash because all the storm drains and everything empty into the river from Lawrence and Haverhill, which are much worse off communities, like a lot trashier, both in terms of basically everything. But what winds up happening is the trash gets in the river, and then when the river is high, it basically overfloods the banks a little bit, and the trash gets stuck inside the tall grass. And I was down there picking it up, and I was thinking about it as I was filling up my trash bag. I'm like, it's making a difference, but it's like a Sisyphusian task where no matter how much I pick up, the next time that river overflows, it's going to basically just fill right back up with it, and there's not much I can do. So I could come down here, I could spend hours, days of my life picking it up, and nothing would really change. Sure, there'd be less trash in the environment, but more trash is being added every single day, so I wouldn't actually really be making that much of a difference. So then I thought, well, how do I make a difference? And then I was like, well, how do I make a difference for myself? And then how do I make a difference? Well, how do I make a difference I can see? And how do I try and make a difference in the community? And my thoughts on that was basically go to a place where others can see you picking up trash, because that will also inspire them to pick up trash that they see, or maybe even not litter. And I was like, okay, well, that's definitely a better benefit. If I go on a public road, if I go on Main Street and I have 500 cars drive by me in the course of an hour, and they all see me picking up trash, then that's 500, it's the YouTube side of me, it's the 500 impressions I get where people are thinking about picking up trash. And then those 500 people could go out and pick up trash where they can also be seen by other people, and it just it at least has the possibility of spreading, versus going into the woods on flooded riverbanks and picking up trash. Yes, I like not seeing trash on my walks. I do not like that there's trash there, but in reality, no matter how much time I really spend trying to solve that issue, unless I was to put one of those trash interceptors in place, it wouldn't do anything. I'm not going to put a trash interceptor right there because it doesn't make economical sense, because overall that river doesn't have that much trash in it, and if you were going to put one in, you'd want to place it somewhere that actually had the impact, so you could get the most trash out for your time, or the most trash out for your dollar. And then another reason why I went over to the street was I was thinking, well, how do I make the impact for myself? Because the sad downside of picking up trash is you're training yourself to see trash, so you wind up seeing it everywhere. You pick up trash for 2 hours and then go drive down a street, and everything literally stands out, because for those 2 hours you're like, where's the trash, and you're just training yourself to find it. And it's not the nicest thing when you're driving down or walking down roads, and then all you start seeing is the trash, because that's what you've been focusing on. So I was like, well, how do I avoid that? And then my idea was basically, well, you don't pick up trash, don't pick up trash every time you walk, because basically, if you go out every single time you go for a walk and you go pick up trash, then every single time you go for a walk, you're training yourself to look for trash, versus maybe every time you go out to walk, you look up at the sky and appreciate how beautiful it is, and the nature and the sun on your skin. Well, now you're training yourself to enjoy being outside. And if you only pick up trash a couple times, once a week, once every 2 weeks when you go outside, then when you go outside, you can pick up trash, but you can also focus on how beautiful it is, versus if you solely focus on picking up trash. And what was it? Oh yeah, the last part was basically just, I realized if I want to make an impact that I can see. so that it doesn't feel like I'm wasting my time picking up trash, when in the grand scheme of things, like, I can spend an hour, maybe pick up a trash bag, like a big kitchen trash bag full. So I'm like, okay, well, how do I maximize my own perception of this? I'm like, well, I'll at least pick up trash on the walks that I like to do. So there's, I don't know, I'm kind of a connoisseur of walks. Like, I have certain walks, I save them on my phone, the locations of them that I really enjoy doing, and I do over and over again. Like, I'll drive 20 minutes to go for a walk for an hour if it's a really nice one. But, like, at least on the walks I like, I will pick up the trash there so that I do not see it. And when I'm walking next time, even if I train myself to, somewhat training myself to see trash, I will at least not see it on my own walk. So, let me know your thoughts on this.